Hello and welcome everybody to Crypto Rosetta. My name is Savage and today we're going to be having a look at VeChain. So we've had a nice little move up here. It's only small in comparison to what we've had here. So this is potentially the start of a bigger structure here, looking to actually potentially even bring us up towards this 04089 region. But first we have to get over a couple of obstacles. There are some bearish counts within this as well that we need to be cautious of, as well as the fact that, we don't have confirmation that this is playing out yet, but this is a possibility. So we are still looking for that potential to actually see a move up here. And basically what we want to see is this develop into a bigger five-wave structure, looking for this to do something like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5. That would be the ideal way that we'd be looking for this move to play out. But like I said, we haven't got confirmation yet. We do have resistance on this ascending channel that we have from further back here, as well as the center line of this bigger descending channel above us here. So we'd have to be careful moving up to these zones. Potentially we could face a rejection here and we could actually start to lose support of this channel. Though as long as we continue to set these higher lows here, potentially we can still look for this possibility of this C wave. So we're going to talk about the short term and what needs to happen for this to play out. So basically what we were looking for in the previous video, we were looking at a few things. We're looking for this possibility of actually this Y wave coming down lower, which still hasn't really invalidated. We did come, however, down to this 0.618, and it is now possible that instead of this taking one more leg, we could argue we've just had a shorter Y wave in here, and this could actually be looking to reverse to the upside. So in the immediate short term, what I'm looking for is whether this becomes an A, B, and a C to the upside. This always can become a bigger five-wave move where this becomes a wave 1, 2, and then we get a move up here towards this zone of this 03298, and then we would have that potential of having a bigger structure here. So we could also see that if we did move up into this zone, potentially we could actually look to find support of that fourth wave somewhere in these higher ranges here on some of these trend lines if we do, well, some of these channel lines rather, if we do actually look to push up into the zone. So, like I said, it's early days yet. There's a few things we want to see play out if we are looking for that bullish structure. So, my problem that I have with this is the way that this move started at the bottom here is very corrective. So, it is a bit choppy in the beginning end of this move, but it is possible that we have a series of ones and twos in here. And then basically, this is going to be looking to actually extend out a little bit where we are still actually within this third wave. So we're going to go over that count now. We do need to be, however, cautious. For as long as we remain in this zone of this 02357 to this 2277 area, there is always that potential that this move could just break down, because at the moment all we have is three waves up here. So this could just be an A wave, we get a B wave, and we still actually look to push down, and that C wave could then actually look to push us down towards this zone we were looking for at this 02055 region, which would also bring us back down to that 0786 retracement, which is at this 2054. So this is not off the cards yet. We have made a promising start here, but it's whether this follows through. So basically what we want to see here, if we are looking for this to play out, is something like this. So I'm going to just turn on these internals and get rid of the noise here. So the only way we can really count this as an impulse at the moment, because of the overlap down here, would be saying that we had a 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2 here, and now we are actually looking for this structure to play out to the upside. So there's some key levels here. If we're looking at this potential. So we can't cross this 2245. If we do cross that, basically it would look to invalidate this current count. And what we'd be looking for is that basically we'd want to see um, an additional fifth wave here. These internals here are suggesting that this wave is potentially either ended or coming to an end. And what I would want to see is a bit more of a substantial pullback for this wave 4 here. It is possible this could be forming some kind of a corrective pattern, which could look to bring us down here. Something like a flat correction as an A, B, and then we get a C wave to the downside, coming back into this zone potentially of this 2286 to this 2271. So the cutoff zone here that we're looking for, if we're looking for a fourth wave, is this 2271. So we don't want to lose that. But basically, as long as we hold that, potentially what we could see is a five-wave move develop here to the upside. and then look to actually take us up into this zone here of this 2367 to this 2344. Obviously, there's always the potential that within this move it is extending itself, and these targets could actually end up being higher up. We just don't have the just off of the current structure. This is my best interpretation of the move. If we did, however, retrace to the downside, what I would be looking at from this current zone, if we're looking at a potential support zone, we don't really want to lose this 2184. If we start to lose this 2184, it starts to become less likely that we are looking to actually progress up here. It would be very difficult to say this is a five-wave move completed here. The only way really you could look at it is potentially as a diagonal, but it wouldn't really fit because the fifth wave would be too long. So really, unless we find a fourth and a fifth here and start to find this additional structure, I would say that we'd have to be cautious of continuation to the downside if this fails to achieve these additional waves here, and form better structure. So if we do move up here in this yellow five-wave move, what I'd be anticipating is that possibility of another fourth wave. So if we do complete here, look out for this 2305 to this 2253. Potentially we could see a three-wave move down back into this zone, and then an additional fifth, and then basically looking for one more fourth and a fifth. If this is the case and we do get a move up here, this yellow fourth wave that we have over here is basically going to be a lot it's going to be a lot bigger than anything we've had previously. So we're looking for something that matches in comparison to this move here. If we're looking at this as a one and a two, you know, we've reached these impulsive targets already. So it is possible that, somewhere within this we might be one leg out on this counter. Maybe we've already had, really short yellow fourth and fifth here, and then we get one more move down here, fifth, and then we look for this correction to match up with this wave two. So we're gonna have to just play it by ear here and see how it goes. Basically, if we are looking for a fourth, we're looking for five wave move, this is the relative size of that wave four that we're going to be looking for within this structure. But yeah, at the moment, don't really see it developing yet. So I'm still anticipating that we are actually within the this wave three still, and we're still looking to push up a bit higher here. So we're gonna have to see how it goes. These subwave counting, when you're doing it on the micro levels like this, it is easy to sometimes get one wave out, depending on how we're doing it. Sometimes these can also extend within themselves, so that does push it up. But basically, the idea is here that if we do form a five-wave move to the upside, what we want to see is, I'm just going to go off these key levels that we do have here. If, say, we did come up towards this zone here of this 24, 26, and potentially looked to re-challenge this high, if we did get a retracement from that point, basically what we'd be looking for would be seeing if we did get, if we actually find support here. And if we do look to form a three-wave move down here, potentially this could then set us up for that 1, 2, and then we're looking for that third wave move. But this would only really get confirmed, I'm going to say, into this 0.618 here. Would only really get confirmed by a much bigger move up here towards this 2747. So this is what we are currently working with here. This is very fragile at the moment. If we don't form a wave four here, basically we just need to be cautious that this isn't an a B, and a C, and then we actually look to break down one more time rather than looking for this move to actually break to the upside. So like I said, we're going to have some key areas. Losing this 2247 would invalidate this fourth and a fifth wave here. And yeah, once we start to break down below this zone of this 2144, it would invalidate any possibility of an impulse within this structure to the upside. So we're going to have to keep an eye on those key zones. So the thing is, like we were saying, potentially we could still see a leg down towards this 02055, and that would actually put us quite nicely in the range. Yeah, you can see how the one-to-one of this is a W, potentially X, and a Y to the downside will also bring us down into these levels. So yeah, just keep an eye on this. If we do start to break down in a bigger way here, this is what I'm going to be looking for. Looking to potentially come back into this channel as well. That would make a lot of sense. And then potentially looking to push up from that side. So if we do break down, keep an eye on this lower level here. So we were talking about a couple of things within the videos previously, which haven't really invalidated. I just want to go over them quickly, a couple of them. one thing we were talking about was the potential that this was a triangle, and this is why I'm looking out for this possibility of a three-way move here to the upside. We were talking about that potential that this was our 0.618 of this previous structure here. So I'm keeping an eye out on that one-to-one of this A wave here would actually push us up towards this 0208 02809 region, which would actually be somewhere within the zone of this. So gonna have to keep an eye on this area. This white one-to-one could potentially bring us. You can see how moving back up into the 618 would make a lot of sense, retesting some of the support and resistance that we've got here. But obviously we do have some closer resistance, which we have to get back up above first. So this is something I'm looking for on the macro. If we do form a triangle like this, I would expect it to break down, so need to be cautious. If we just get a three-way move up here and then this breaks down in a bigger way, potentially we have a bigger triangle from back here. And this could be quite sneaky and could lead to a sell-off to the downside, which could then actually look to take us down towards this potential lower range here of this 0126 to this 01140 region. So, we need to just be cautious of that fact. We could still be within this third wave here. Alternatively, we could be looking to form this as a triangle from further back here. And basically, this actually still has a fifth wave to the downside. So I'm still not convinced. Still going to have to be cautious in the zone of this 3592 to this 01919. But yeah, the potential is there for a bullish move, but we need to be cautious about this. We also talked about the possibility we could be looking to form a diagonal. This would also tie in with the idea of forming a zigzag here and then breaking down one more time for this as a wave three. Yeah, so there's a couple of possibilities in here that are still possible, for the downside here. The thing is within this structure, really, if this is going to be a bigger move, where we're talking about this being a one and a two in the breakout, uh, in this breakout pattern here. We're looking for this either as an ABC or alternatively a bigger third wave towards a 6481. Really, this wants to start getting some impulsiveness to it. It wants to start getting really strong moves in here with a lot of volume, taking out these key areas and getting back above these high points. Until we do, we need to watch those key levels and pivot points and see how we get on if we do start to break down from them and we fail to hold these key support zones. I would be looking towards the bottom of this channel. But yeah, once we start to lose that, it is potentially possible we could find support again lower down here towards this zone of this 1802. But once we start to lose that 1802 area, it becomes more probable that this move is actually starting to break down in a much bigger way here. Okay, so I'm going to leave the video there. I hope you found it useful. If you did, please smash the like button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Turn on those bell notifications so you never miss a video, and leave us some feedback down below. Also in the description, you'll find links to the Discord. Come check it out. It's free to join. As well as that, there are affiliate links for both Primex BT and BYBIT down there. Both great exchanges that we use on a regular basis. Check them out if you don't have an account. Using the affiliate link does help support the channel. We do appreciate it. Everyone have a great day. We'll see you in the next one. Take care out there.